Long before humans, before animals, before even plants, there was darkness. No sunlight, no continents, no air to breathe. Just a vast, boiling ocean covering a young Earth. And somewhere in that black, pressurized world, life began. For decades, scientists have asked one impossible question. How does lifeless chemistry become a living thing? How do random atoms assemble into something that grows, reproduces, and eventually asks where it came from? Welcome to Clay Science UK, where we turn the hidden stories of science into things you can actually see. Today we are re-diving deep, 4 kilometers deep, to uncover how the first spark of life might have emerged at the bottom of the sea. It's called the hydrothermal vent hypothesis, and it begins in one of the strangest places on Earth, underwater volcanoes that never see sunlight. These vents, called black smokers, spew boiling, mineral-rich water into the freezing ocean. Inside them, extreme heat meets chemical chaos. But that chaos is structured. The minerals inside these vents form tiny organized chambers, like natural test tubes, where simple molecules can react and combine. In the 1970s, when scientists first discovered entire ecosystems living around these vents, powered not by sunlight, but by chemical energy, it shattered everything we thought we knew about life. If life can survive, or even begin, here, it doesn't need sunlight. It doesn't need land, it just needs chemistry and time. Recent experiments by researchers at University College London and Cambridge have recreated these ancient conditions in the lab, and the results are astonishing. Under the right heat, minerals, and pressure, the building blocks of life form spontaneously. Amino acids, lipids, sugars, even fragments of RNA, the molecule that stores genetic information. This isn't science fiction. It's happening in laboratories right now. The more we study it, the more it seems life wasn't an accident. It was chemistry reaching for something more. And inside these deep-sea vents, that chemistry had everything it needed. Let's see what happened next. Inside a hydrothermal vent, temperatures reach over 400 degrees, but pressure keeps water from boiling away. This extreme environment creates what scientists call a redox gradient, a natural energy flow between hot and cold regions. That energy acts like a battery, constantly driving reactions between carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and trace metals. Over time, these reactions create organic molecules, the same kind found in every living cell today. Iron and nickel minerals line the inner walls of the vent, forming microscopic compartments. These tiny cavities concentrate molecules and energy, turning random chemistry into organized systems. Imagine it. Billions of these microchambers, each one a natural experiment running non-stop for millions of years. Some fail instantly, some produce new molecules, and a few start behaving differently. They begin to store energy, maintain boundaries, even self-organize. It's not life yet, but it's close. In 2020, Dr. Nick Lane's team at University College London demonstrated that such vent environments can generate proton gradients identical to those used by living cells. That S-right, the same electrochemical force your mitochondria use to produce energy today, may have existed before life itself. Think about that. Every heartbeat, every breath, every movement in your body, powered by a system first invented by rock and water. Meanwhile, at Cambridge, other researchers showed that nucleotides, the letters of the genetic code, can form spontaneously in similar conditions. When these link together, they create short strands of RNA capable of simple replication. It's the moment where matter begins to remember. And from that point on, chemistry wasn't just reacting, it was evolving. The first protocells were about to appear. A protocell is not a creature. It doesn't think, eat, or reproduce in the way we understand it. But it's something new, a bubble of fatty molecules enclosing a self-sustaining chemical loop. Inside, reactions create more of the same building blocks, while the membrane keeps them from drifting apart. This was the first time the universe created something that could persist. Over millions of years, these protocells grew more complex. Some became better at capturing energy, others developed primitive ways to copy themselves. Through natural selection, even at this microscopic pre-biological level, the first competition began. The winners were the ones that could use those ancient proton gradients efficiently, the same mechanism your own cells use today. Life didn't start with DNA or proteins. It started with energy and boundaries, two simple principles that still define every living thing on Earth. Eventually, these protocells learned to cooperate. They merged, traded chemistry, and evolved into true cells, ancestors of everything alive today. And here's the incredible part. Your mitochondria, the energy factories inside your cells, are direct descendants of that primordial chemistry. They were once free-living bacteria that fused with early cells in a partnership so successful it became permanent. That's the power of cooperation written into your biology, a 4-billion-year-old inheritance. And the same pattern continues across the cosmos. Wherever there's liquid water, heat, and minerals, the same reactions can happen. That SY NASA, S Perseverance rover, and ESA, S JUICE mission are both searching for signs of these chemical gradients on Mars, Europa, and Enceladus. Because if these vents gave rise to life here, they might have done it there too. But before we search for other life, we should realize what that means about our own. You are a continuation of that deep ocean chemistry. Every cell in your body carries the pattern of energy that began 4 billion years ago. Your mitochondria, the powerhouses in your cells, still run on the same proton gradients that existed inside those vents. Every time you breathe, every thought, every heartbeat is powered by the same process that started in total darkness at the bottom of the sea. The deep ocean is not just where life began, it's where life never stopped. Even today, hydrothermal vents teem with bacteria using the same reactions that built the first living cells. The cycle continues, uninterrupted, connecting the chemistry of the past with the consciousness of the present. So the next time you stand near the ocean, remember, you're looking at your oldest ancestor. The sea isn't separate from you. It's the reason you exist. We like to think of ourselves as far removed from the beginning, but your body, your breath, your very energy, all trace back to the same volcanic heartbeat that pulsed through the planet billions of years ago. Life didn't just start once, it's still starting, every second, inside you. If you enjoyed this exploration into the science of origins, give this video a like, share it with someone curious, and subscribe to Clay Science UK, where we turn the invisible science of life into stories you can actually see. Until next time, keep wondering, because the story of life isn't over. It's still being written, atom by atom.